الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفمن يعلم أن ما أنزل إليك من ربك الحق كمن هو أعمى إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب الذين يوفون بعهد الله ولا ينقضون الميثاق والذين يصلون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويخشون ربهم ويخافون سوء الحساب. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أفمن يعلم أن ما أنزل إليك من ربك الحق كمن هو أعمى. So now, can the one who knows that whatever has been revealed to you from your Lord is the truth, kaman huwa a'ma, can such a person be equal to one who is blind? Innama yatadhakkaru ulul albab. Only the people of understanding, they respond to the advice or they are reminded. They take heed to the reminder. So the meaning herein is that the people who have risen above their jealousy and their inad or whatever base desires they might have not to submit, they have risen above it and seen and accepted the truth from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Can they be equal to those people who have not, who are like blind people? So basically, a believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, is somebody who can see, who's a seeing person, while those who do not believe, they are like blind people, that the fact with all its proof is right there in front of their eyes, but they cannot see, just like a blind person cannot see. Innama yatadhakkaru ulul albab, and only the people of understanding will take heed towards the reminder. Alladhina yufuna bi ahdillahi wa la yanquduna al-mithaq. Now, starting from here, for a few more ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the features of the people who are believers, basically, who are ulul albab, the people who have wisdom and understanding, and they have taken the reminder and accepted it, and the reminder is beneficial to these people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning their reward. The first feature Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned is alladhina yufuna bi ahdillah. These people are such that they fulfill their ahd. So ahd is a pact, their pledge. وَلَا يَنْقُضُونَ الْمِيثَاقِ, and they do not break the covenant. Ahad and mithaq essentially both mean the same thing, that you make a pact with someone, you make a promise that I'm going to do this. But ahad is the strongest form, the strongest form of pact. So these people, everyone has made a pact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These people are those who fulfill it, who do wafa. Yufuna bi ahdillah, they fulfill the pact, the ahd, the strong, very strong pact that they make with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is, the Mufassirin have written that the famously known the ahd of Alast, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gathered all the human beings and asked them, Alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord? All of them said, Bala, for sure, without doubt, you are our Lord. All of us have already given testimony. So these people, the first feature is that they stay true to this pact and they fulfill the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in terms of worship, that worship only belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only befits Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا يَنْقُضُونَ الْمِيثَاقِ, and they do not break the mithaq. Whatever this refers to, the promises that they make in terms of their ma'amlat, in their dealings, in terms of their dealings. Now the dealing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and their dealings with other creations as well, that if they make a promise, if they promise, they make a pact that they're going to do something, they keep it, they don't break it. وَلَا يَنْقُضُونَ الْمِيثَاقِ وَالَّذِينَ يَصِلُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَن يُوصَلَ. And the third feature is that these people maintain the relationships that Allah has commanded to be maintained. What are those relationships? First and foremost, blood relations. So this is in strike contrast with what the Christians, the Rahbani people, who would consider it a high achievement for somebody to break all the ties, sever all the ties, and go into jungles and forests and barren places and stay there. This is in strike contrast. Allah is saying that the feature of the people of belief is that they connect those ties that Allah has commanded to be connected. And the Prophet ﷺ has emphasized it so much in his ahadith. There's several ahadith to this effect. The Prophet ﷺ has said that whoever wishes that they have increase in their rizq and barakah, blessing in their life, they should connect these ties. They should take care that they connect these ties, that they may fulfill the rights of relationships. Similarly, the Prophet ﷺ has said that this connecting the ties of kinship or relationship is not that if someone does good to you, you also pay them back with good. The real connection is, the real fulfilling of rights is that if someone does bad to you, you still repay them with goodness. Similarly, the Prophet ﷺ has said that, as the Sahaba, do you know what is the highest status, what is the highest level of this fulfillment of the rights of relationship? And then the Prophet ﷺ told them that, like you treated the friends of your father when your father was alive, you still maintain that treatment and relationship, good treatment and relationship, even after your father has passed away. So that means that even when you don't have any pressure or compulsion or any apparent need for them, you still keep on doing good and maintaining the ties with them. The Prophet ﷺ has essentially increase in provision and increase in one's life. How increase in one's life? Barakah. In your time, you are able to do much more stuff. Your time becomes much more useful, your days become much more useful, much more productive. This happens. This is connected with keeping the relationships and fulfilling the rights, although it may be hard and it may cause suffering to you. وَيَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُمْ وَيَخَافُونَ سُوءَ الْحِسَابِ. Now, khashiyat and khawf, they also essentially mean the same thing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word khashiyat or yakhshawna rabbahum from their Lord. So what does that mean? That kind of awe and respect, the fear that is connected with respect that one can understand that they have with their parents or somebody who's done something good to them. They respect them and they have this hidden, you should say, awe or impression that if I do something, how bad it would be, that they would feel bad. I cannot do it because I am under their ihsan, I am under their favor. That kind of fear, that is called khashiyat. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that they have khashiyat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rabbahum, somebody who has taken care of them, somebody who has done limitless blessings to them, somebody who has created them and taken care of all their needs. They have awe, they have the fear of their Lord. وَيَخَافُونَ سُوءَ الْحِسَابِ. And khawf, yakhafun is the fear that we understand, the fear of something that can harm you. So they are afraid of a bad day. If their Yawmul Hisab, their day of judgment becomes a bad day for them, they are afraid of it, that they might end up, lest they end up in a bad state because of their evil deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts taking their hisab, their reckoning starts, and they are not able to answer, so they are afraid of it. Then there's more features inshallah that we will cover tomorrow inshallah. So today the first feature Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned was that they fulfill the pact of worship, that they do not include anyone else in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they of course fulfill the rights of worship, which is salah and stuff. And then they do not, in their dealings, they are also honest with people essentially, and they connect the ties of relationship, and they have awe and respect for their love for their Rabb, and they fear that they might end up in a bad shape on the day of judgment. اللهم اجعلنا من أهل القرآن الذي أهلك خاصتك ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك.